If you want to retire while you're young and healthy enough to enjoy it, an IUL can help you do it. And here's how. My name is Amanda Ryba. I have been working as a licensed financial coach and consultant for the past 8 years as of the date this video was produced. And it is my goal to illuminate to the world what wealthy people do with their money. And one thing all wealthy people control is having access to their money at any time, at any age, without paying any penalties or any taxes. And an IUL comes with all those benefits and features. So first, let's define what an IUL is. An IUL is a permanent life insurance policy called an indexed universal life that has a savings account feature attached to it. And that savings account grows mirroring a stock market index of your choosing, like the S&P 500, similar to how you would see your 401k, IRA, or other retirement plan grow. The difference with an IUL is because your money isn't invested directly inside the index like it is with your 401k, IRA, it's just mirroring it. It's sitting in the insurance company's general account. So what happens is the insurance company's money is invested in the market. They are just going to credit the interest into your account. So when the market goes up, you're going to grow with the market, but when the market falls, you're going to lock in those gains. You get a 0% floor. Now you may be thinking it sounds too good to be true, but it's not. It's just too good to be free. There's always a way the insurance company that you put your money with is going to profit. They could insert a cap, meaning that you can't earn over a certain percent. They could insert a spread, just meaning they're going to take a piece of what you make, or they could simply nowadays just charge a fee, which means they're going to charge you maybe, let's say 1% or so to be in that index, but you can earn as much or more than what the market does. I like to say you basically agree to give up a little bit of your upside in exchange for no downside risk. The other reason it's not too good to be true is you actually have to get a proof of this. The insurance companies are going to look into your age, your health history, and your criminal background. And that's going to give you a risk class to the policy, which is ultimately going to determine the cost and determine whether or not it makes sense financially for you to use as a supplemental stream of retirement income. Okay, so how will this help you retire early? Keep in mind that savings account that's attached to your IUL is accessible to you at any age, at any time, for anything without paying any taxes or penalties. As long as you have money inside your cash value account, you have access to it. If you compare that to your 401k or IRA, 403b, or any other traditional retirement plan, you cannot get to the money inside those plans until you turn at least age 59 and a half. If you try to touch money prior to turning that age, you will pay state and federal taxes if you live in a state with state tax, and a 10% federal penalty for every dollar you take out. Now, the key is if you do like the idea of an IUL and you want to access that money early, you always want to make sure you're accessing that money on the form of a loan. Loans are considered tax-free income according to the IRS. Now, some insurance companies might charge you interest on these loans. Some don't. Some loans are completely fee-free. But the key is that those loans do not have a repayment agreement to them. So if you loan yourself money, there's no terms to it. There's no date that money needs to get paid back. If you die with an outstanding loan on your policy, that loan amount will get deducted from your cash value. The remaining cash value will get added to your death benefit, and all of that will transfer to your family or your beneficiaries, all 100% tax-free. Now here's the most important part. If you have decided that you want to leverage an IUL to retire early, you have to be serious about funding it with as much money as you possibly can, as quickly as you can, to help leverage compound interest to work in your favor. Let's check out a few examples. This is looking at an IUL for a healthy 30-year-old female based out of California that doesn't smoke. You'll see preferred non-tobacco as the health rating. Over here, you'll see that she's going to start saving $1,000 a month for retirement. In order to do that, she would need to get $400,000 in life insurance. So the way these plans work is the more life insurance you get, the more money you can put into the policy. The less life insurance you get, the less money you can put in. If your goal is to use this to retire early, you ideally want to get the least amount of life insurance required for the most amount of premium you can contribute per year right away. We want to start max funding the policy immediately to help leverage compound interest to work in our favor. Now, if you look over here to the left-hand side, policy year is how many years the account's been opened. Age is how old we are in counting. Premium outlay is a fancy way to say what she's saving every year. So if she's saving $1,000 a month, that is $12,000 a year. And if we look all the way over to the right-hand side, you'll see we're looking at an average of 6.42% interest earned per year. Now, keep in mind, these accounts tend to average a lot higher than that. I have seen most of them average anywhere from 9 to 10% over a 30-year look-back span. So this is probably being more on the conservative side for growth. In theory, the account will probably perform better, but again, the goal is to under-promise so that we can over-deliver in the future. And then the accumulated value, that's her savings account that we talked about earlier. That's attached to the IUL, that's growing indexed to the market. And the surrender value is how much she has access to. And then the death benefit is going to be her life insurance, which is $400,000, plus her accumulated value or her savings account. So if she were to pass away, her family would get both. Now, if we take a look at this, if she really does save $1,000 a month from age 30 all the way to age 55 when she would want to retire, that's the last year she puts in $1,000 a month, by age 55, her account value could have grown to just about $700,000 tax-free. Now, at age 55, she's not able to get to this money if it's in a 401k or an IRA, right? She'd have to wait until at the earliest age 59 and a half. But let's say she wants to retire early. She spent the last 26 years working as a nurse or a healthcare worker or corporate executive sales, anything like that. And she's ready now to retire. She doesn't want to work into her 60s. At that point, she could start to take this $700,000 out as a stream of supplemental income to live off of in retirement. So if we look at this column called planned annual income, this shows the insurance company estimates she could start taking out $55,000 every single year tax-free until she's 90. What you'll notice is she would have contributed a total of $312,000 and she would have taken out a total of $1.881 million tax-free. If we look back earlier, she was putting in $12,000 a year to have access to $55,000 every single year in retirement. Well, let's say she's not that serious when it comes to saving. Let's say maybe she only saves $250 a month instead of $1,000 a month with the exact same size policy, a $400,000 death benefit. By age 55, she would have accumulated only $140,000, not $700,000, and her income stream would only be just about $10,000 every single year until she's 90. So she would have contributed $78,000 and would have taken out a total of about $345,000 a year with these two numbers added together. This is why it's so important to max fund the policy from the very beginning if your goal is to grow cash value and retire early. Now let's look at that same example with a 30-year-old female that's healthy non-smoker, but wanting to save $2,000 a month instead of $1,000 a month. In order to do that, she would need to get $800,000 in life insurance instead of $400,000 in life insurance. And if we look over here to the left-hand side, if she starts saving $2,000 a month every month for retirement to retire early, that's $24,000 a year. By age 55, she would have contributed a total of $624,000. Now her account value could be almost at about $1.4 million tax-free. So if she wanted to retire at age 56 and start taking this money out as an income stream to live off of, she could start taking out approximately $111,000 every single year until she's 90, meaning she would have contributed a total of $624,000 and could have walked with a total of about $3.79 million tax-free. That's almost a 6x return on her money. But again, let's say she's not serious about saving, and now she has turned 35 years old. Luckily, she's still a healthy non-smoker, but she's looking to get that same result. To get the same result as the first example, which was $55,000 a year coming in income, she would need to start saving $1,500 every single month as opposed to $1,000 every single month, and get a $500,000 death benefit as opposed to a $400,000 death benefit. So if we look over here, down here to the left-hand side, $1,500 a month is $18,000 a year. If she does that every single year until she's 55 years old, she would have grown her account to almost $700,000, which was the same as the first example. Now she's able to take out just about pretty close to the same example, $54,000 every single year until she's 90, which means she would have contributed a total of $378,000 and been able to take out about $1.894 million, all tax-free. As you can see, it is possible to retire early with proper strategy and planning. You know what they say, people don't plan to fail, they just fail to plan. The key is you want to start saving early as you possibly can, as much as you possibly can, so you can retire at any age with proper planning. And IUL, as you can see, is a great asset to leverage in your portfolio to help you do that because you can access the money at any time, at any age, for any reason, without any taxes or any penalties. But again, like I mentioned earlier, you do need to get approved for this. So if you are interested in an IUL and you think this is something that could be a good fit for you, you want to connect with a licensed life and health agent in your resident state or country that can help navigate you through the process of getting one of these set up for yourself. If you live in the United States and you would like to connect with me or my team, you're welcome to click the link in my bio that will take you directly over to my calendar where you can schedule a complimentary client consultation with us. As always, I love it when you stay till the end. Please do me a favor and share this video with anyone else you can think of that has expressed the desire to retire early. They don't want to wait until they're in their 60s. They definitely don't want to wait until they're in their 70s. As you can see, it is 100% possible with proper strategy and planning. So again, my name is Amanda Ryba. If you like videos just like this, click that subscribe button and hit that bell to turn on notifications because I release a new video every single week. I wish you all a wonderful rest of your week to come. See you back here next week on YouTube.